Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to the one and only, the famous, the infamous J.J. French of Twisted Sister fame. So we're here in, thank you. Oh, I've always wanted a pair of those. We're here in New York City at J.J.'s place on the Upper West Side. And we've been spending a couple days together. We still have another day or so on this trip because we're working on a very cool project.
He's having my baby. What a wonderful way to tell me that you love me.
I'm having his baby. I asked him if we should tell people what we're doing here, and you know, I guess
the cat's
out of the bag. It's going to be a really ugly baby.
Yeah.
So anyway, what we're doing, my arm's falling asleep. So we're working on a really cool project together, and this all started a few years ago. Our budding friendship began in Chicago, actually, at a conference that Liz Strauss and Terry Starbucker used to put on called SobCon, right?
Right.
And SobCon was for online business people, for online businesses, which I guess, you know, if you're an online business person, you'd have an online business.
Yeah.
So what was J.J. French, founder of, guitarist for, and manager of the infamous heavy metal band Twisted Sister, what was he doing at a conference for online business people?
Selling Adderall. Because they're all so freaking crazy.
Oh, good edit job there. Very
No,
nice.
no.
Yeah.
These are jokes.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
are jokes. No, I was attending the conference with my wife.
No, I'm just saying, thank you for saying
what I was
freaking.
I was attending a conference because my wife was on the panel, and she asked me to show up, and I was supporting her because she supports all the projects that I do, and
Right.
and I was minding my own business until this bum started talking, and then wait a minute, okay, hold the phone. What is he saying? And he started really talking about I don't know, the mechanics of business, and the mechanics of business is really what I do. I mean, when you manage a band, it's business, right?
Right.
And although people don't like to assume or believe that it's business, you all think that bands make it with a certain equal amount of sex, drugs, rock and roll, and fairy dust.
Right.
And it doesn't really work that way.
Right.
In all seriousness, it doesn't. And Steve brought kind of a cogent business sense to this event, and he was speaking because he's a professional motivational speaker and author.
That's me, professional speaker.
And author.
Right.
So I asked a couple of questions about dysfunction in the workplace because I work in the most dysfunctional workplace on the planet.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll, music industry, and we became friends. And he suggested that maybe I should get into the business of public speaking. And I went, no, really, me?
Right, because he's, as you can tell, he's shy and retiring.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. So actually, he pushed me. Someone has to be the person that throws you off a cliff without a parachute. That was that guy.
Right. Or a leap, a radical leap.
A radical leap. That's true.
Yeah.
And I'm a radical, and I took that leap.
That's right. That's exactly right.
That's true. A radical leap. So
yeah. So what happened was, you know, we just started having a conversation, and JJ started to tell me his story of Twisted Sister, and it kind of blew my mind because, you know, I had an image of what Twisted Sister was as a heavy metal rock and roll band where they all, you know, dressed like women, and you know, I knew the Dee Snider image, who was, you know, a lovely rock and roll icon, such an attractive fellow. But I really didn't know anything about the band. And when
he's better looking than Kellyanne Conway. That's all I want to say. Not by much, but they're close.
Okay.
In fact, he could portray her in a movie.
Okay, we're gonna keep politics out of it. He's really hard for him to do that, but we're gonna. But anyway,
better looking than Sarah Jessica Parker too. I'm fair.
Okay, that's right.
Fair.
Okay.
You know, there's a little Lady Gaga in there, a little Christina Aguilera in there, and some Bette Midler in there as well. Okay, let's cross over all the way.
Okay, all right, good. Okay, fair is fair. So one of the things that he told me was that the band that we've come to know as Twisted Sister, with Dee Snider as the front man and JJ as the guitar player and all the other guys, were all completely drug and alcohol free. And they couldn't tell anybody that because
that means we like free drugs and alcohol. That's you misunderstood the meaning. I said we were into free drugs and alcohol. Now we're alcohol and drug free. Is that what this whole thing is about, Steve? You misunderstood what I.
Well, never mind. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later. So it was just an amazing story. And this guy as you will soon discover if you don't already know, is one of the most gifted natural storytellers that I've ever met, perhaps the most.
I was born in a log cabin on the shores of the Illinois. Is that right?
And he's full of shit. And
I have not cursed yet, by the way.
Oh,
You
sorry.
cursed twice.
Yeah, well, I could say-
I'm just saying that you taught me this rule, and I have abided by that rule, and yet everyone violates that rule but me. Just saying.
and
for the record.
let's stick with that. So anyway, we I listened to some of his stories, and I said, as he mentioned a couple of minutes ago, I said, you really need to tell these stories. So in 2012, we did our first Extreme Leadership Summit in San Diego, and I told JJ, I said, listen, man, this is going to be your debut as a speaker. So some of you who are tuning in right now, I saw your names going by. I think Howie was at that summit, maybe one or two more. You saw it was his debut as a speaker, and he was amazing. He just kind of it was the proverbial home run. And what's amazing about JJ and his experience is, again, he's not just a rock and roll guy. He was the manager of the band. He's the owner of the brand Twisted Sister. So he does all their licensing deals. He's the business guy. And as amazing as their story is, there are business lessons in all of it. So what we've been talking about, and what we're finally getting around to doing, is collaborating together to get his story on the page, to turn his experience into a book that will be not only funny and entertaining, but great business wisdom, believe it or not, from
a high
this
school
character.
from a high school dropout.
Yeah, so we're working on it. It's kind of it's a business book and a memoir.
A bizwar, as they
bizwar.
will call it.
Yeah.
Right? A bizwar.
A bizwar.
A bizwar.
Yeah, a bizwar that you
bizwar.
could
Heretofore not ever used as a descriptive as a description of a business book.
Yes,
but
that
we
is
are
true.
pioneering, a new genre.
A new genre.
Everyone's
The
going to be.
bizwar.
This is the beginning. From
Right.
here on out, it's going to be. Is it a bizwar?
Is it a bizwar?
Is it a
Yeah,
bizwar?
It is a bizwar.
This will be the first bizwar.
And I think, given his experience, it'll be a bizwar that you would want to read in the boudoir, perhaps.
And it'll be a bizarre bizwar in the boudoir.
Bizarre
In the boudoir.
bizarre bizarre in the boudoir, and filled with all kinds of tongue twisters like that. So anyway, consider this to be our official hello, how are ya, and we'll keep you posted on what we're working on together. But I thought it might be kind of fun, since we're here at your home, that we can give the folks a little tour of some of the.
You mean give the stalkers a tour of my house?
That's right.
Including my address? Is that
Right.
what are you suggesting that?
Give them a tour of your wallet.
Okay.
Complete with credit card number and security code. No, I was thinking, because you see in the background here, right there.
Yeah, I see some of the stuff.
You see some of the stuff.
You can turn around and go.
Well, here, allow me. Here.
Oh, okay.
Here, let's get. I'm going to turn the camera around.
Okay.
If I can figure out how to do it, and let's just. Okay, so I'll do a close up, and you can give the narrative. Okay. So what are we looking at here?
In Canada, Stay Hungry has gone platinum, I think, 6 times. And this is a 5-time platinum plaque they gave us in 1984.
5-time platinum.
Platinum in Canada for Stay Hungry. Yeah.
Okay, for Stay Hungry. So what were the songs on Stay Hungry?
Well,
that we would know?
We're not going to take it. I Want to Rock, The Price, the ones that are kind of known.
So those were the monster hits.
Burn in Hell. Those are the big, all the biggies, the ones that most people know are probably.
Sentimental Journey, Burn in Hell.
Yeah, the kind of stuff Sinatra would cover.
Right. The kind of exactly. Okay, so a platinum record is that.
It's different. Platinum records mean different things in different countries. They signify different sales numbers.
Right.
So in Canada, a platinum record is 100,000 units, right? So, but Canada has 1/20th of the population of America. So you have to kind of look at that as a proportional situation. In America, platinum is 1 million copies.
Okay.
Well, we have 320 million people in America. Canada has maybe 25 million. So platinum is 100,000. Units. So we went 5 times platinum. Actually, at this point, we're at 6 or 7 times platinum for Stay Hungry, which is an enormous amount of records in Canada relative to what it would be in America. From a percentage-wise, it's massively successful.
Okay.
This record is a platinum. This is platinum in Sweden. Now, this is a rare record. This is given to very few artists because 100,000 in Sweden. If you think 100,000 in Canada is impressive, there's a much smaller population in Sweden. So again, a platinum record, proportionally speaking, it's massive. It's one of the biggest heavy metal albums in the history of Canada. So that's what that is. There's a gold record from Mexico down there.
Yeah, it's just gold, so it's hidden behind.
Yeah, it's just gold.
It's
We don't
kind
bother
of-
with it.
Yeah, we just throw it over there. We dust it occasionally. It's just gold.
Just gold.
All
And
right.
then, of course, I'm a Beatle, collector, and I happen to have a couple of
Is that-
Butcher Beatle covers, which
Is that you in the
collectors-
middle?
Yeah, which most people either never seen or they go, "Damn it, JJ's got a Butcher
Okay,
cover."
so is that?
I've got multiple.
Is that you?
covers.
Is that you? Your youth? Yeah. So JJ is also a kind of a Beatle historian. You're writing a column now for what?
for Goldmine magazine. It's called Now We're 64, and now and I write it's a monthly Beatle column.
Wow, very cool.
So I've written a couple of articles already, and it's basically I just think of a really kind of cool way to look at the Beatles, and I write articles about it,
Right.
like ways that most people, look, everything's been written about them. You'd think,
Right.
So you come up with different ways to look at it. So
Yeah.
I've written articles about my collection of Beatle 45s, why I have the ones I have. I've written articles about, like you read the Beatles, loving the Beatles in real time. What was it like to actually experience the Beatles in 1964 as a 12-year-old kid? And you saw the hit radio charts,
Yeah.
and you'll
Yeah.
never see a chart like that again, where in the top 20 you've got 12 songs in the top 20. It just doesn't happen. I mean, it was a different experience, so I try to share my Beatle experiences
Right. Cool.
through Goldmine.
Cool. So I got a question for you about these platinum records.
Yeah.
Are they platinum?
They're not platinum, and they're not.
What?
And they're not our records.
They're
And they're not our records either. They're whatever this is, a cutout.
So it's
And they
basically-
sprayed them and they put a label over it. From what I understand, they are not even the record. Well, they can't be because they're different
Right.
grooves. So they're not our record. They're probably Barry Manilow records that didn't sell, or Perry Como records that didn't sell. There's warehouses full of them, and they
Okay.
used to spray them.
All right.
That's it.
So then we're going to pop over here to the facing wall, and then you've got. So tell us what is this? So there's that lovely Dee Snider in his heyday.
This one is digital downloads. So digital
Oh,
downloads
okay.
are different from albums, right? So that signifies a certain level of sales of digital downloads,
Okay.
and that's what that is.
Yeah.
This was the platinum album they gave to my dad for
Oh wow.
Stay Hungry. My father actually passed away the day that the album went platinum.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
And you
And-
got to kind of talk?
I knew he was very ill.
Right.
And I asked the record label, "Can you get him a platinum album before he dies?" And I didn't realize they had. And so what happened was they got the album to him, which I didn't realize. I came home after the tour. I went to the hospital, and he died in my brother's arms. And then a couple of weeks later, back in those days, you had to send film out to get processed. The old days.
Yeah.
It was
What
like-
year
it
was this?
84.
Uh-huh.
So my wife at the time, I had taken a photo of my dad holding the album, and a couple of weeks later, the photos came back and I have a picture of him holding it. So he
wow.
was very cognizant of, and so I was very proud
Very
of that.
cool.
That's
So
his.
you got to see
that's his.
You got to see his boy.
Got to see his boy
success. That's
platinum,
fabulous.
right? This is a come out and play.
All right.
gold.
So what is that thing? What the hell is that?
Oh yeah, those things are called cassettes.
Oh,
Remember those?
I
Yeah.
do remember something about that.
Yeah, those are cassettes.
So what is this? What is this gold?
Well, which country is this? U.S.
I don't know.
So yeah, this is well, it signifies
So this is for come out and play.
come out and play 500,000 copies. Come out and
500,000
play,
copies. Okay, cool.
Yeah. This is a triple platinum U.S. Stay Hungry. We're probably at 4 million or 5 million now. Remember, I have 37 of these, and they're stashed mostly in a warehouse. So this is,
Well, I keep most of my platinum records in the warehouse too.
So this is a couple of ones I have on the wall. We just got this award. This one we just had our first number one in,
Oh, wow.
in Billboard. That was our DVD that just came out 3 months ago, and it went to number one. Notice U2 is 3 and Alan
okay.
Jackson's
So wait a
5.
minute. So we got to immortalize this. So this is just
A DVD.
Yeah.
It's a Billboard chart of hottest DVD sales, right?
Right.
And we did a DVD to commemorate the life and the memory of our drummer AJ Pirro, who passed away
right.
tragically of a heart attack
Right.
in March of 2015.
Right.
And at the time, we were negotiating to do a live DVD in Vegas. And obviously, AJ passed away, and we debated whether we were going to film it or not. And we decided to stay together for one more year. And the great Mike Portnoy from Dream Theater and a million other bands, Winery Dogs, you mostly know him. I mean, he's a legendary drummer, great guy. He became our drummer, and he filled in for AJ. and we recorded the concert in Vegas.
In Vegas,
In fact,
right.
this was important to his first show. Imagine that.
Oh, is that right?
His first show ever.
Wow.
And the DVD debuted at #1.
Okay, so this is after you guys playing together for how many years? 40?
Well, this is last year was officially our 40th year of me and Dee
Right.
and Eddie Ojeda being together. We got
right.
together, the three of us played for the first time on February 17th, 1976.
76.
That was the first time the three of us played together. So last year signified the 40th anniversary of the three of us, which is basically the core nucleus.
Right.
Mendoza came along a couple of years after that. I mean, he's been with us almost as long. I mean,
Yeah.
he's core. Of course he's core. You know, he's family. But he came in at the end of 78. And so he's 38 years in. I go back a couple of years prior because there was a different version of Twisted Sister, so I'm 43 years in. But the nucleus, the band
Right.
that people know, me, Dee, Eddie, that band,
Right.
that's 40th anniversary.
Right. So where I'm going with all this
Yeah.
is that after 40 years of the band being together,
Yeah.
you guys come out number
And
one.
we come out #1. Yeah, it was our
number
first
one
number one.
over U2.
Yeah.
That's how did that feel?
It felt great. Actually, it was amazing. I didn't know what to expect. But you know, last year was incredible. It was our 40th anniversary year. That debuted at #1. Our documentary, which We Are Twisted Effin' Sister.
Right.
Okay.
Which you can see on Netflix.
You can
and
see it on
Amazon
Netflix now. If you have
yeah.
Netflix, it was #1 on Amazon.
Yeah.
When
Twisted
it was,
Effin' Sister.
Yeah, when it was out. In fact, here, the cover doesn't have the cursing on it. You know, there's a cover, right?
Right.
So there's the DVD.
Right.
This was #1 on Amazon. This is not the same as that. Let me be clear. This
Okay.
is a documentary.
This is the documentary. It was made by somebody else. about you guys.
And this is what makes last year so exciting.
Yeah.
This documentary comes out #1 on Amazon, and then on Netflix, #1 on Netflix, and then this DVD comes out, which is completely different.
Right. Right.
And that goes to #1
Right.
as well.
Right. And this was after 40 years.
Yes.
Sure.
This is the DVD of the Vegas show that went to #1 on Billboard.
Right.
Here's the DVD of the documentary, which you can get on Netflix right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's an amazing story.
It's the first 10 years of the band.
Yeah.
If you meet me, you'll never have to ask me a question about it. If I'm with my wife, she'll be grateful because she's sick of hearing the stories. So watch the documentary, and you'll never have to ask me a question. How did the name start? When did DJ? We answer all those questions.
Okay,
and
but you know,
I never have to answer
Yeah.
you again. If I run to you in the street and you go, "Hey, aren't you Kiefer Sutherland?" No, JJ French.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you don't have to ask him; he's going to tell you anyway. All right, so listen. Here's what I would suggest you do. Go to Netflix. Go to Amazon. Watch the documentary "Twisted Effin' Sister." It's an amazing story. But I will tell you this: as good as that documentary is, as well as it tells the story, nowhere near as well as this guy tells the story. So we're going to be capturing this in this book that we're working on together. I'm helping out because I want to pull the story out of him. So even though it'll be co-authored, it's really his story. But we're also going to bring out the business principles is the idea. We had a couple of great meetings today. I think we're getting really clear on the concept. So it's going to be great. It's going to be a really fun project to work on, and I'm grateful for this guy. He's an amazing human being, a huge heart, has a phenomenal story to tell.
And you know something? Your head is so much bigger than mine.
And my head is so much bigger than his. And
I never realized how big your head was, Steve. It's really freaking huge, man.
And don't you forget it, Babalooey.
Anyway, really, this man's responsible for the fact that I'm actually getting it done. How's that? Because you know, I just couldn't get it together. So thank you, buddy.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank
my
you,
pleasure.
Stevie.
So listen, folks, thanks for tuning in.
Stevie Ray Farber, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. And
Best guitar player, motivational speaker on the planet.
it's a package. It's a whole package. Yeah. And by the way, this guy's got an amazing guitar collection, which has no bearing on why I like staying with him when I
Or
come
that
to
it's
New York.
even within a location within 100 miles from here. It's in a secret vault.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
forget that. You don't even know me.
That's right. And it's the lower north side of St. Louis. That's where we are right now. Yeah. Okay, good. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Love you. Talk to you soon. How do you do that?
Just two fingers that way. Like, no.
What?
Pinky.
How about this?
Yeah,
Okay. All right, we're gonna keep working on it.